What's up, everybody on YouTube? How's everybody doing? I'm doing just fine. Doing awesome, actually. So today, welcome back to another Kingdom Let's Build. This is going to be a recap episode of what we've done in the mini-series. If you guys have missed anything within the mini-series, definitely go check it out. There will be a separate playlist outside of the Minecraft building playlist, so you guys can just watch the Kingdom Let's Build playlist without having to run into like a cozy cabin tutorial or anything like that. You could just watch the playlist of all the Kingdom Let's Builds just straight through, just as a convenience for you. I'll do it for the Castle Let's Build as well. So this is a recap episode. So what are we going to do? Well, we're not going to build in this episode. So if you don't feel like hearing me talk about the kingdom and what we've done, and you want building, I recommend going back and watching the previous Kingdom Let's Builds for that. But this is and you don't want to be spoiled. That's another thing. There's going to be lots of spoilers for this, for all the other videos. It's just going to recap of what we've done. So if you haven't seen any of the last Kingdom Let's Builds, I recommend you go watch them, and you want to see how everything was done. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail about every little thing that we did. I'm just going to kind of go over of what we did kind of in the order that we did it, or I'm just going to go through the kingdom from the front to back and just kind of talk about some things and some things that you guys suggested and what we did in the series. So definitely pretty cool. And then at the end of the video, I'm just going to talk about the future of Let's Builds and what we're going to do for those. So what we're looking at here is the entrance. Now, the entrance was one of the first builds that we built in the kingdom. It's a really cool little building, pretty big. Not little. I don't know why I said little, but yeah, it's a good build. I really like this entrance a lot. It's not like a big entrance, not one of the bigger side on my entrances that I've built. This is pretty close to like almost like a castle entrance for me, but it's small, it's convenient, and it works for this kingdom, and it's just really nice. It also goes along with the wall. Now the wall, we actually have the sand up against it. Remember I was talking about that in the previous videos? So like the ocean wind was blowing up against the wall, and it blew some sand up against the wall, and there you go, that's the effect. And I really like that a lot. It adds some difference to the wall and makes the wall look really cool. Definitely adds a nice effect to it. So the biggest thing with this kingdom was the atmosphere. Now the atmosphere was, the kingdom was on this sand island. It's like this island of sand, but they built the walls around this little grass patch within the sand, within the island. So to protect the grass, they built the wall, and they built a kingdom on it, and they built this other stuff, and so that's kind of how the whole atmosphere storyline goes. Like, to protect this little grass patch, they needed to build a wall, so they built a wall around the grass, and the sand couldn't come in then and ruin the what was inside. The effect of that was that trees grew, buildings popped up everywhere, and it became a kingdom, and a castle popped up. It's mainly to protect the center little island here, so nothing got ruined on the inside. So the wall is definitely a key feature here in this kingdom. It's definitely really cool. We have moat entrances on either side. I actually never done that before, but this is definitely a really cool effect. Having a moat around the castle really gives it a really cool feel. So if we walk into the kingdom, you can definitely tell that there is a lot of atmosphere going on. So we're on the outside here. It's pretty barren, pretty sandy, but that's the whole part of the atmosphere. It's not supposed to be any different. So if we walk up here, we have all this grass. It turns into grass. So if we walk through, it's like a picture frame, almost like you're looking through into a picture frame, and that's really cool. It's great atmosphere. And you're walking into like this nice grass area. Then the biomes completely change, but it's because of the wall gives that great effect that you're walking into this totally different land. It's like you're taking a portal almost into a different area. I really like it. It's really, really cool. So if we were to kind of decide here, are we going to take the left or right? Well, the right would take us to the castle, and the left would take us to the actual kingdom part. Now, this is the kind of like hub area, the not really the kingdom just yet, because the kingdom's actually over there. So over here we have the guild house. Now the guild house is basically where you can sign up for like a job or sign into the kingdom or like an initiation of some sort. Kind of like just so the castle or the officials know that you are part of the kingdom. That's you would go through the guild house, and that's the guild house's job. So people might ask like, oh, I thought that was the castle job. Yeah, kind of. It's mainly just for meetings and feast and all that fun stuff. Like, it's just a building for the king to live, and the guild house is kind of like the alternative, like, to the castle, because so not everybody and all the peasants are walking into the castle. They have the guild house as like a kind of in placement of the castle, a littler version. It's really, really cool. I like this build a lot. It works out really nice, and it's nice to have like a little building in this area, and we needed something over here to add. So it wasn't so barren. And we have these custom trees. The custom trees add a lot to this kingdom. You'll see them around here a bunch. I'm not gonna make a tour of the castle because simply we went through that already in a separate video. If we walk across the bridge here, I love this so much. Look at this. Like, you look on the side here, you can see the moat, and you look on this side, you can see down into the little area here where the castle is. And we walk over the bridge. We were greeted with the inn. Now the inn, you guys suggested me in the first part of this series. That's what you wanted me to build, and that's what we did build. And it's really, really cool. I love the inn very, very much. Now, it's worth noting that none of the interiors for these builds are done. Simply because it would just take so long. It's a whole nother project in itself. So, if you were expecting interior tours, I'm so sorry. There ain't going to be any interior tours here. We're just going to be focusing on the exterior of the kingdom at the moment. So we walk down this awesome street. I like this street, and I'm going to call it awesome because it is. It really has a great atmosphere to it. And as I said, that was key to this kingdom, like making this feel so nice and cozy. And buildings on top of buildings can really have that effect on it. Compact, environment. So you have this house. This is actually a separate house here. This is a house here. Really nice. You have these nice little alleyways going through, through different areas of the kingdom. Quick, easy access ways. Little bridges up top. Where's the little bridge? There's a little bridge around here somewhere. I don't know where it's at. It goes above the kingdom. I wanted to add some sort of like little bridge here. I thought that would be really cool, or over here. Definitely. There's a lot of customization we can still do with it. Here's the bridge. So this little bridge here goes from house to house. So maybe this is like, I don't know, they're really friendly neighbors. Who knows? I never know with these houses. But you have over here a nice little tower that, nice little path that leads off to a tower. Custom tree. Now this is really, really just, I don't know, I love this street right here. I love all the streets. I like this street especially, like turns here. And you go up here and you go through several different things here. You go through this house, and which makes this tree kind of bend over and go through this area. And then you have this house here, which kind of blocks the tree from going any further. So you're going through like this little tunnel. And when it opens up into this like cozy, town center, it's really, really cool. So the town center has like a nice little well. Now the well's there, just in case if there were to be any fires. It's right in the middle of town, hence the word town center. And we have some more houses over here. Now the houses stop when we get to this point down here. Now this is where the shops are. And as I said, not a lot of these shops are fleshed out just yet. They are, somewhat complete to where we can just say, hey, they're buildings at the moment, but we can make them different later on if we really feel like it, if I really feel like it. So, yeah. So those are the shops, and that kind of leads around here and goes off into the distance, and then we have another path off to this tower over here. Definitely really, really cool. Few new things that I added in were the bushes. I added a lot of bushes in along the path, and we added some lanterns along the path. It really gives it some atmosphere as well, lights up the path as well. At nighttime, let's take a look at this little guy, or big guy, whatever, kingdom at nighttime. Set to this number here. This is a good number. You can definitely see this kingdom has a lot of atmosphere at night. Especially if we were to get the buildings lit up a little bit more, it would have way more. But you can definitely tell it's got that eerie kind of nighttime feel, and I really, really like that a lot. That feels so good when you're walking through it. Now over here is where it really kind of shines, because the kingdom has so much atmosphere over here. It feels lit up, but yet it still feels eerie, because you have a dark alleyway over down here, and there's one over here that you probably didn't even know about. It's definitely really cool when you walk through it. It becomes all of a sudden so dark. Yeah, definitely really cool. So let's set the time to day. It's a day. oh, not a set time set day. Day. There we go. Okay. So yeah, definitely really cool. Has a lot of atmosphere during the day as well. So over here, this isn't finished yet, because this is going to be part of the port Let's Build, this path, and these two towers. Now these two towers are going to be special towers. They're going to be kind of like lighthouses in a way, but there's going to be two of them on either side. I thought that would be kind of unique to this kingdom, So that's going to be pretty much it for this video. I just kind of wanted to go over everything that we've done in the Kingdom Let's Build series, because it was really, really fun doing this, and I really enjoyed this series a lot. I'll try to get a world download out to you. If I can't, I'll definitely let you guys know. I have to figure out a way to, get it to you in such a manner that everybody can download it. And yeah, so we'll just have to see how this all goes. Definitely really cool. I enjoyed this Let's Build so much. More on the way, though. Definitely. We're going to take a break from the Let's Builds for a little bit, but we'll come back, and I'll come back, and I'll be refreshed and all good to go. In the meantime, enjoy the little tutorials and the showcases and everything. And that's going to do it for Kingdom Let's Build. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to be awesome.